In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. If a group of people was suddenly taken by plane to a remote island, blindfolded, what would be the first thing they would do once the blindfolds were removed? Would they start exploring the island and picking flowers? Or would they start searching for the one who brought them to the island and seeking answers as to why they were taken there? The same applies to us. We live on earth, and we should first know who brought us to earth. Is there anyone who can tell us the truth without illusions? Sheikh Abdul Majid Zindani said, that answer must be supported by undoubted scientific evidence. He provided his general rule saying, analyzing the creation will lead to some of the Creator's characteristics. If we look at a lamp, we know for sure that there's someone who made it, and it is impossible to say that it just appeared out of nowhere. If we closely observe the lamp, we can discover some characteristics of its creator. For instance, we know that the maker has glass because we see the glass. And we know he can shape the glass because we can see that shape. We also know that the creator has some metal and has the ability to shape it because we can see that as well. And when we see the lamp shine, we understand that its maker has knowledge of the lighting feature in the lamp with electricity. Therefore, we can conclude that there is a maker for the lamp who has the experience, knowledge, determination, and ability to make the lamp even though we don't see him. Similarly, if we observe this vast universe from the atom to the galaxy, including humans, inanimate objects, animals, and plants, we can conclude that behind this universe there is ability, knowledge, and great wisdom that is able to have full control over these large and small objects. Once, a silkworm guided an atheist. An atheist said that he acknowledged the existence of the Creator when he observed the silkworm laying its eggs and dying, whereupon the young began weaving a silky protective membrane around themselves without guidance from their mother. He said, it is impossible for nature to guide the larvae to build a fort or cocoon to protect itself. Thus, the more we scientifically study creatures, the more we believe that there is a great, wise, and powerful Creator, and the evidence regarding this matter is abundant in everything we see and can't see. I will mention here very precise and scientific evidence which is invisible to the naked eye. DNA guides us to the Creator's existence. DNA is a very complex compound found in each living cell, and it contains a huge amount of information encoded by 4 symbols A, T, G, C in a bar which is a cascade of molecular units called nucleotides. The order and sequence of these nucleotides represents the genetic information of the organism. If you were to link the information hidden in the body of a man with each other, that link would reach the surface of the moon and back 8,000 times, having scientists refer to it as the greatest storehouse of information in the universe, though its length is shorter than the thickness of her hair by 1,000 times. The DNA copies this encoded information almost every 20 minutes, and if any mistake happens while copying, the human as a whole changes. because every human has a unique order that makes him different from the others. Bill Gates, who is the world's most famous programmer and owner of Microsoft Windows, said, DNA is like a computer program, but far, far more advanced than any software ever created. Who designed the information inside the DNA? And who brought life to the dead cells? And who made the brain conscious and aware? Let's ask ourselves, is it possible for a blind, unaware, and unconscious nature to design such great information in the DNA? Is it impossible? It is impossible because, as the saying goes, you can't give what you don't own. The one who creates is the omniscient, the powerful, the determined, the wise, and the all-aware. He is Allah. Allah said in the Quran,
قال ربنا الذي أعطى كل شيء خلقه ثم هدى.
Our Lord is He who gave to each created thing its form and nature, and further gave it guidance. Allah has challenged us all to create anything as He has, even if just a fly. He says, O people, an example is presented, so listen to it. Indeed, those you invoke besides Allah will never create as much as a fly, even if they gathered together for that purpose. And if the fly should steal away from them a tiny thing, they could not recover it from him. Weak are the pursuer and pursued. Allah said in the Quran,
يا أيها الناس ضرب مثل فاستمعوا له إن الذين تدعون من دون الله لن يخلقوا ذبابا ولو اجتمعوا له.
In 2004, Sir Anthony Flew, one of the fiercest atheists at the age of 81, said, I now believe there is a God. I now think that the evidence points to a creative intelligence almost entirely because of the DNA investigations. What I think the DNA material has done is that it has shown by the almost unbelievable complexity of the arrangements which are needed to produce life that intelligence must have been involved in getting these extraordinarily diverse elements to work together. He turned to be a believer in a powerful and wise creator. Regarding decoding the DNA, the atheist scientist Francis Crick, who is also a Nobel Prize winner, stated, for all given knowledge, it is impossible to say that the active cell existed by accident. As Muslims, we believe in what the Quran says.
صنع الله الذي أتقن كل شيء إنه خبير بما تفعلون.
A work of God, who has ordered all things to perfection. Verily, He is fully aware of all that you do. Allah says,
سنريهم آياتنا في الآفاق وفي أنفسهم حتى يتبين لهم أنه الحق أولم يكف بربك أنه على كل شيء شهيد.
We conclude that the DNA found in all creatures is evidence by itself of the existence of Allah the Creator. Miracles in the universe and human body will continue to be discovered until the end of time, and all creatures will believe in the existence of Allah by observing the miracles in themselves and around them.